Hi guys, welcome back to Sim UK and welcome back to the ultimate PC building simulation. This is day 2. We've got 3 jobs on today. We got Jeff, the real Harry and Audrey. So let's go to work. So what have we got here? That's viruses. That's give it a clean and replace the air cooler. Let's start with Audrey. Oh yes, one of the, that's really purple, goodness me. One of those PCs needs to be done by a certain time, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, let's remove the case. Oh goodness me, and that's actually pretty much how they do look inside when they're filthy, he says, turning to look at his own PC and thinking, I really need to give that a clean. Okay, so we spray. You can press and hold, and it does kind of do the job. There's no audio when you're actually doing the spraying, which is a bit off-putting, I'd say. But again, it's not quite ready for release yet. That is a funky looking case. And again, we got that same clipping issue there that we had the other day. Now, I'm still playing the pre-release version, so some of these bugs hopefully you won't see. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Replace the air cooler. Now, I'm guessing that's going to be this, but that's not what it's called. Now, if I come in here and look at this heat sink fan, which is what it's really called, you can see, like in Car Mechanic Simulator, you can't take that out because of this piece. So we unplug the cable and take that off. And now we need to come over here and buy an air cooler. I should have bought this yesterday, shouldn't I? Blast. Whoops. Go back. There's no back. So it's one click to open. Okay. Hang on. Which piece do I have in my hand? How do I look at my inventory? So the Mortoni Thermal 100. So if we just try and get the same one, $10. Perfect. Perfect. $30 for next day delivery. How do we I don't want next day delivery. How do I refuse that? It looks like I can't. That's really quite frustrating. You should be able to decide whether you want next day delivery or not. Okay, so we can't do much with that now. So what I'm going to do instead is just put the side back on, because that's going to turn up tomorrow. Okay. We'll pop that there. Next up, upgrade 16 gig of RAM. Again, oh wow, look at this. This is a proper gaming PC, this one. Again, I should have bought the RAM yesterday. And what's interesting is, or what's going to be interesting is, oh nice, there's no screws on that one, that's cool. What RAM can we use? Because you can't just chuck any RAM in a PC, it has to be the right type of RAM. So it looks like we're going to go for 2 8 gig slots, or we could go for 4 gig. That's DDR4, they're all DDR4. Okay, so it's not going to be an issue then. Everything's DDR4. Do you know I'm still running DDR3, I think? Pretty sure. Could be wrong. So that runs at 2400 megahertz, that's $100, and that runs at 2133 megahertz, and that's $80. But what's weird is, oh, it's that's by Sheen and that's by DFL. Okay, fine. Okay, so what should we go for? I mean, I would recommend going for 2 8 gig to get 16, because then you've got 2 slots spare. But if you're not going to go, if you're not thinking of getting any more after that, then 4 gig slots would actually be faster, because you'll be using all of the RAM slots. So let's go for... we'll go for 4 Xi'an Titan 4 gig. I think that should do the job. 145 left in the bank account. Whack the side back on this. And wait for those parts to turn up tomorrow. I should have ordered them in advance, but never mind. Never mind. Right. So this is the virus-fueled PC. Wonder how that happened. Complete by the end of the day, 1st of the 4th, 2018. PC can boot to OS, remove viruses. Alright. So let's grab our tools, go to the USB drive. I think also, if you don't take this out, it should disappear and you don't have it anymore. Just to be awkward. But that's me. That's just me. Okay. Plug everything in. Power it up. Come out of here. Go to the power. Where's the power on this thing? There it is. Oh, what a cool bit of road this is. Wow. Who wouldn't want to drive on that, I ask you? Right, let's get the virus scanner installed. I can hear my little one banging around outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. We'll restart. And we'll run that scan. 215, not too bad at all. Remove the virus scanner. Restart the PC. And shut down. That's it, that's that job done. Easy peasy Japanesey. Perfecto. So if we close this down and go to our emails, we should be able to, there we go, collect payment for that one and discard that email. So we've got another email coming in from D. Darmian. Hey, I recently upgraded my PC, but now it's not working properly. The computer boots okay, but when I try and benchmark it or run a game, the computer crashes. I haven't replaced my PSU. Could my new parts be drawing too much power? That is possible, Darmian, indeed. Install the Sheen Power King 600 or better, and then run a 3D Mark. Oh, excellent! That sounds pretty cool. So we want to get this. So we go to the shop and we'll get a power supply, and we'll be looking at the Xi'an Power King 600, which is this one. $80. Wow, that's cheap. I'll buy now. Kushti, well, that's us set up for tomorrow. We should have 3 jobs in and lots of stuff to do. So let's go to tomorrow. Boom, $135 in there. We need $500 to pay the rent, and we got a utility bill coming up in less than a week. Oh dear. Right. Air cooler, 4 sticks of RAM, and a PSU. Excellente. So let's get Audrey up and running first. That still looks dirty to me, but it says I've cleaned out the dust, so the job has been done. What am I putting in here? Oh yes, a heatsink fan. Okay, so we'll get install, cooling. We won't use the broken one. We install that there. Change our view a little bit. Cable. And that basically connects to the motherboard so that the motherboard can control how fast that spins. That's all that is. So we'll put the side back on, and that should be job done, I think. Just Out of interest, can I clean this? Yes. See, I don't think that should have said that I'd oh, I've got to plug this in. I don't think that should have said that I'd completed it when clearly the outside of the PC was filthy. I don't think I'd be too impressed as a client, as a customer, if I sent my PC in to be cleaned and the outside of it was still filthy afterwards. You can see that spinning up. Job done. Now I don't know how complex this gets, but they certainly seem to have put some time and effort into the game, so it could get quite interesting. Some really difficult, because I've had some PC issues in the past that have taken me days to fix, absolutely days to fix. 16 gig of RAM. Okay, this is a nice easy job. Take the side off. I do love not having to unscrew it. Right, so we'll open these clips. Now incidentally, if you're ever installing RAM in the real world, they only go in one way, and the best way to put them in is using zero force. Oh, it automatically clips. Of course it does. That's cool. Okay, press 1, get the second one in. Oh, I do like this. You have to actually open these little clips. Now what happens is when you push the RAM in, those clips will close and they'll hold the RAM in place. So from that perspective, they've actually done a really good job there. Very realistic. Cool. Job done. Oh, have I got to boot it? Yeah, I've got to boot it. Okay. Got to boot it first. Make sure that it works. Okay. Whoops. Power on. And shut down. Excelente. That's done. Job completeth. Final one. So new power supply and then run a 3D mark. Now I haven't done that before. My goodness me, that's a small little PC, isn't it? Wow, it's got bolts on the side. I haven't seen that before either. This must be quite an old case. Oh, well, I never. It's all put in backwards, this one. How interesting. Now, I do think that perhaps it would have made sense not to tell us that the PSU was causing the problem, because half the fun of fixing PCs is figuring out what the issue is. It's like 2 screws there, that's weird. Okay, we go to install power supplies, 600, in we go. Yeah, I think that was a bug. Cable, so that powers the board, that powers the hard drive, that's outside the PC. That was weird. We'll connect that to the motherboard. I can't really see any more power points. What's this? Oh, okay, that's external. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's done. We'll put the side back on. Now, which one is it? Does it matter? Oh, I may have just guessed correctly. And we'll see if this bad boy actually installs or not. But I must say, in terms of handling, this game just brilliant. Very natural, very realistic. Works really well, I think. And they've done a really good, faithful recreation of all these different fan cases and fans and GPUs and PCUs. Very impressed. Very impressed. I really am. Something didn't start. What have I not connected? Something. I did feel like there was something I hadn't connected. I was getting distracted by being able to see through the PC. So what haven't I connected here? It doesn't look like that hard drive is connected now. You should never go into a PC, by the way, whilst it's still plugged in. Oh, it was that. It was that. I don't know what that is. What is that thing there? What is that connecting to? Maybe the case itself. Who knows? Okay, let's put the side back on. This is a horrible little PC case, this one. I wouldn't have my system running on this, I'll tell you that much. Powering on, good job. Wow. My uncle, incidentally, helped build the hotel, which I believe is where this photo is taken from. 3D Mark. This is an official 3D Mark installation. That's pretty cool. Time Spy installed at 1.1, DirectX 12 benchmark for gaming PCs. Time Spy is a DirectX 12 benchmark with native support for new API features like asynchronous compute, explicit multi-adapter and multi-threading. Time Spy graphics tests are rendered at 2560 by 1440 resolution. Graphics test. Graphics test 1 features lots of transparent content, particle shadows and tessellation. Graphics test 2 features ray-marched volumetric illumination with hundreds of lights and a large number of small particles. CPU test. The CPU test measures processor performance using a demandiner? Don't know what that is. Interesting. 3D Mark technical guide. Oh wow. So I don't know if you see that or not, but that actually took me to the official 3D Mark website to look at their technical guide then. Interesting. Time Spy Hall of Fame. Again, that takes me out of the PC. Okay, or out of the game I should say. Well, this is interesting because 16 FPS. It's interesting because I'm doing a 3D Mark on a PC, on my PC. Like multi-dimensional stuff going on. And I think, if memory serves, this actually is what the 3D Mark application runs. Is something very, very similar to this. I'm not sure if this is the modern, up-to-date version or not, but I certainly recognise this scene that I'm watching now. Ooh. Some historical weapons there. Roman airship, some swords. That's cool. What are these? Laser guns? Goodness me. 3,844. CPU test, 60 frames per second, that's terrible. 25.62 frames per second, that's not good either. So yeah, it didn't score too well, and that's an i7 6700K. That's better than my processor, DFL Radeon R9 290. I wonder if this is accurate. That would be interesting. Okay, well, we've done the 3D mark. I think we can shut the PC down now. And that should... yeah, that's done. That is completed. Easy peasies. Let's go collect our cash. Check our jobs for tomorrow. And Audrey. The CPU needs thermal paste. Audrey, I am so sorry. I didn't put any thermal paste on your PC. What a fool. That's why they reminded you at the beginning, I guess. Because it's easy to... it's so easy to forget that. I mean, in reality you wouldn't, because you can visually see that it has no thermal paste on it. But because I haven't had to... because there should be like a horrible little splodge on here, but obviously there isn't. So let's put some thermal paste on. And there we go. You put a tiny little dot like that. That's exactly right. And then you put the cooling on. It's interesting that we didn't have to clean it. And then it goes into a penny shape like that. So that's cool. That's realistic. Well done. Feel like a right Wally forgetting to put that on there. That would have broken her PC, by the way. And we would have been shelling out for a brand new CPU. But it's all good now. Thankfully the email system reminded us that we'd ballsed that up. Oh, I didn't boot it. Oh. I think maybe the character should walk a bit faster. This is a bit slow, I feel. Especially when you're having to repeat jobs that you should have done properly the first time. Tends to make you walk faster, I've discovered, in real life. Okay, we'll power that up. Go to the screen. Didn't we power it up at the time and it didn't show any significant issues, did it? But yeah, very close to having broken the lady's PC there. So that should be it for today. Yes, it is. Good stuff. 2 new jobs coming in. Hi, are you available for a job? My PC is super sluggish. Can you put in 4 gig of memory? I'd like you to run 3D mark afterwards to check that it's okay. And that's from Chris. The doctor says, hi there, I bought a PC from you 6 months ago. From Tim, ? And it's been overheating whenever I try and do anything on it. I took a look under the CPU cooler, because obviously someone who doesn't know what they're doing would do that. And there's no thermal paste. He's shouting, he's not happy. What kind of a Mickey Mouse business are you running? Well, I can't really say much, considering I just ballsed up Audrey's PC. I demand that you fix this for free, and this time test the PC before you send it back. Regards, Dr. Waterman. Okay, yes. We'll take that job on, because we have no choice. We'll take that job on, because we have no choice. Hi there, I hope you can help. My computer stopped working the other day, and now will not turn on at all. Please can you have a look for me? I think it might be the motherboard. If it needs a new one, I know it needs a Skylake socket. Cool. Okay, well, that's a big job. That is a big job. And $250 for that is not a lot of money. But that's a time-consuming process, that one. But we'll take it on. So you're going to need a Skylake socket for that. But I think we'll wait for it to come in and look at it. I do wish they didn't tell you what needed fixing. I think you should have to figure it out yourself. I think that would be more fun, but then maybe this is still part of the tutorial and it's just showing you how to do things, who knows. So yes, that's just thermal paste, no problem there. 4 gig of RAM. Let's go to the shop, just order in 4 gig of RAM. That's 60. So hang on, has he got... So he must have 2 gig then. So if we buy a 2 gig stick, will that suffice? Because that's only $20. I'm going to try that. I'm going to gamble. So we're looking a bit more healthy in the old finance department. 725, which is good. So that's in transit on the way. That's thermal paste. A Skylake socket motherboard. Let's have a look at the motherboards. So they're all Skylake. They're all Super ATX, DDR4. I mean, they're identical, really, aren't they? They look identical to me. We'll go for the cheapest one, try and maximise our profits. Okay, guys, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and goodbye for now.